we wanted to talk to you today about souvenirs. Now, if you're one of those people who has no desire to go anywhere near a gift shop, that's all right. We still love you. This video is not for you. But if you are one of the people who contributes to the $16 billion a year spent in gift shops and souvenir shops, we're talking to the right people.
Like us.
Yeah. We try not to contribute to that too much, though, which is why we wanted to talk about souvenirs. Because the reality is you have a lot of options without spending a lot of money. One of Evan's favorite souvenirs actually doesn't cost a thing. Rocks. Yeah. As a mom, I'm not overly thrilled on this one, I'll be honest. But it's his favorite, and so I try to let him collect one or two. Sometimes we have problems with him wanting to stop every 5 minutes on a trail and pick up a new rock, and that's just not really feasible, so we try to control it a little. And he doesn't get to keep them inside the house. We have a rock garden in one of our flower beds outside of our house that he can visit. Now, a really memorable option that you have, especially if you're visiting national parks, is one of our personal favorite souvenirs. And it's this book called Passport to Your National Parks. Now, you can get this little book. As you can see, it's about the size of my hand. There is also a couple of other options, including a much larger book that is a page per park. So before you decide which book to get, make sure you look at all of them. This one is really tiny and convenient, which is great because I can just keep it in my glove compartment, especially since I have a tendency to forget it and get yelled at. Yeah. But the bigger book kind of would have been nice now that we're visiting more and more national parks and we would have had a little more space. But this book actually gives you, in the beginning, there is a map of all of the national parks. And then as you go through the book, they're all kind of laid out by region. The parks are numbered, and then they give some information about the parks. And as you go through, you can get these cancellation stamps that have some info about the park as well as the date that you visited. So you can collect all of these in the one book, and that's really kind of great. But now, like I said, we only have one of these books. And obviously, I'm not the only souvenir person in the family. We have another. So we've come up with a separate option combining kind of the passport book and something I used to collect when I was little, and that's postcards. So anytime we visit a place, little man gets the postcard of his choice. And when it's a national park, because we know they do the cancellation stamps, we stamp the back of the postcard. So that way he gets both in one. So it gives him that visual reminder as well as the stamp. But then these are something that can really easily be damaged or lost, and so to keep them together, we got this really cool binder. So I actually just picked this up at Target for like $10, but it's got this really cool fabric cover and says Explore, and then it fits just your half binder plastic sheets, so that way we could put the postcards in a plastic sheet and keep them all in the binder. So he's got that one binder to keep all of his stuff in. There is another option for really great souvenirs from the national parks for your kids that are completely free. And those are Junior Ranger patches and badges. Now, every park has different ones. So some only have the badge or the patch. Some only have the badge. We've been to places that actually have both and have let us choose which one we want. But to get these, the kids have to do a little bit of work, and it really kind of makes the park fun and interactive for them. So they have these great little books called Junior Ranger Adventure, and in here there's tons of activities that they can fill out and do throughout the park. And if they do that and bring the book back to one of the park rangers, that's when they'll actually get the badge or the patch. So these are really the main things that we collect as souvenirs, and then the postcards being a great option because you can get them anywhere. It doesn't just have to be at a national park. It could be a state park, it could be skiing. So just a really great option for souvenirs, and clearly something he's loved collecting and likes to show off to people. So overall, you know, if you could only get one souvenir, what would you pick?
I don't know. There's too many. Probably they.
The postcards?
Or Junior Ranger.
Or the Junior Ranger badges?
Roxy can get anyone.
I keep telling you that.
I know, but I still like to collect them.
So, obviously, you're going to find what works for you. If you go into any of the national parks, any of the state parks, gift shops, you're going to find shot glasses, spoons, keys, all kinds of stuff. Anything you could possibly want to collect, you can collect. So it's really just a matter of deciding what is it that you want to collect, that you have space to store, that you've got the ability to show off, and that's not going to make you go broke in the process. I could be pretty hard strapped for cash, and I can still find 50 cents for a postcard. So this was definitely our choice, our souvenir choice. So hopefully we've given you some new ideas on souvenirs, maybe some things you didn't know existed, or some ways you can collect souvenirs without spending any money at all. We've got some more great vlogs coming up reviewing different parks and campgrounds, so subscribe to the link down below and you'll be the first to be notified when we post those. Bye!
Bye! I can't take a deep breath.
We cannot touch the table when we're recording.
That sounded like Chewbacca. It really did.